Hey, and we are back playing Final Fantasy XIV online. Heaven's Ward. Fuck yeah. Okay. Ugh. Mugwin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, you mean that paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently. A fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Okay. I cannot remember where we left off or what we were. Well, we were like helping these guys, but Maestro Mugwin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, a happy day. If I am the swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Mugwin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Koopa just lying around about to spend on such luxuries? Is it like a case of these guys doing something like the Smurfs, where they replace like any convenient MacGuffin by the word Smurf, so they don't have to justify any thing or leap in their knowledge of language. I don't know much about this stone, his stone, but I do know Mogwin's beast has been creeping out the back way to Somal's summit from time to time. Maybe he left it up there. Okay. So we have to find a stone of some sort. Well, what did you find out? That nobody knows where you left it. Aha, yes. Now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Ahem. The second part of your trial commences. Go, adventurer, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. Okay. Fucking errand boy. That is what I am. Right. Okay, I need to go higher. Somehow. Okay, maybe it's over there. Maybe I should have looked around before going somewhere. I really need to find these in location to have the max mount speed and be able to fly in these areas, because it's getting quite annoying being slow as fuck. Whoa, the fuck. Okay. The weather is peculiar. It's peculiar here. Okay, where is your stone? There. That's that. So, can I jump across? Or do I need to go back down? Yes, I do. Let's do this. I'm just gonna jump. Yeah. There you go. Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it a contemplation of zenith. Thank you, madam. At least I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moglin will hear of this valorous deed. And he doesn't give me anything interesting, so I'll take the materia. And there is another quest here, but I'm not sure I want to do it. Because I'm already way over level for this area. And yeah, I'm already late. I'm already backwards in my job quests. And I am unsure if I want to make an even bigger gap. Because I'm not even sure if I could... Surely that must be it. Hello. No, this one. This is gonna be me trying to learn how to play again. Okay. Okay, defeat the dinosaurs, okay. That was a quest. And that is a quest too. I'm guessing these things are gonna be hidden all over the goddamn place. I guess. Can I go up? No. Do I even need to go up? Am I blind? The sprigs of cloud's breath. Okay. Ah, there we go. Another one. Okay, one last to find. I bet it's gonna be over there. Because the other one I found was somewhere here. Maybe. Hopefully. Please. Nope. Okay, was it besides something specific? Maybe a dead tree or some type of rock. A bush. A wee bush. Is there any other somewhere else other than over there? I think that's here is where I got the first one. Maybe further up. I'm out of the zone. Oh, come on. I must say the invisible walls can be sometimes very frustrating in this game. It doesn't really allow you much leeway in terms of where you can and can't go. But I mean, it's starting to be an old game anyway, so yeah, it's understand. Ah, there we go. Too far away. There we go. And back to these little shits. You're able to humble my Dravanian devotees? Wonderful. You're as capable as I am captivating. Okay. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from... Louts? Yeah. Louts from pursuing me so mercilessly. Their tongues lolling and their bellies rumbling. The Dravanians and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. Where is my weapon? There it is. What is this? Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I can put it straight away. What was the... Yes. 52, 52, 55, 36. I get more determination. Yeah, why not? I'm still leveling anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. It doesn't do anything when you take it out. Did you have any trouble finding Cloud's Breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know? No. There you go. Oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my... What? Pom! Oh, I'm sorry. I absolutely misread that. Holy shit. And do I not have... my filter is not working. The fuck? Hello? Okay. For my pom filter... for my pom tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, miss? Should you ever feel your... Damn, I cannot unsee... I cannot unsee that word that I misread. If you... should you ever feel your pom losing its bounds, then I am your Moogle. I absolutely read something else. Aitana, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by the taskmasters Mugan, Mugmug, and Mugwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions, and I am decided. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not to repeat myself needlessly. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, we were with a Moogle from the forest. Completely forgot that detail. And last but not least, Estinian. Yes. Go. Never have I seen such determined workers. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. And have our labors proven the purity of our intentions, chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Mughal. But you see, before any meeting with the dragon could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do. That motherfucker. Yeah. Understandable. Oh dear. The horn. Bring out the horn, quickly now. Sorry. We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late. I think Mugan may have sat on it. Nice. So we needed some time for cleaning and polishing and straightening. Fuck. How much does a Moogle weighs? It must not be much. No lasting harm done though. Now you need simply heed to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, chieftain. Thanks for your noble gift. We shall finally have the chance to plead our case to the Great Worm. Very possible, yes. Yes. But I wouldn't get my hopes up too high. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, how can I say this? Your concern is appreciated, but I am quite certain that the Great Worm will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive at his lair, come, and we... What? Come, we have squandered enough time already. Okay, that was it. Okay, I'm following what she said. Understandably mad. But, yeah. Chieftain Muglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new sprung of friendship betwixt earth and sky. Of course, of course. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Mugholm your home amongst the clouds. Fair enough. Or thank you, I guess. Oh, what the fuck is this quest? Thanks for the help. I doubt I would ever have found the time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about... Yeah? A little less time sitting about and a little... Oh, sitting about, yes, okay. And a little more time doing chieftain things would have never have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done and the horn is fixed. So, all is well, and that ends... So all's well that ends well. That's a bit of a mouthful to say. Well, I expected your eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you? If not, Alfino is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. Well, let's go then. So go! To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe that the Elder Seer and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways, shall we? Alfino, Aitana, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirits, the existence of these Mughals might never have been revealed to us. It is we who should be thankful, Elder Seetsier. That's an unnecessary complicated title to have. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And it was your presence, Kuplokop, or Kuplokop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken a great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure. I've made so many new friends, and I have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmuggles back home. And it is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friend. Safe journey, Elder Seer. We too must be on our way to the great. Just combine two sentences in one. We must too be on our way. The great dragon awaits. Warrior of Light, I pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Estinian. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. Bleh. Okay. Water. I love water. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed? Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears? Then we are indeed ready to go. Hey, 49,000 XP. Free. For free. As Chieftain Muglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing the Great Dragon's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Huzzah. Huzzah! And and watch out for the rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing. Okay. Let's go then. Oh, these rampaging dragons. Okay. Can I just ignore them? Probably not. See, the other one died. Defeated with an ice spell. Pathetic. I mean, the fire spells and the explosions are clearly superior. Yeah, I can do this fight, but to be fair, I can't really be bothered today. Just wanna go further into this story. So I think I'm just gonna do a main quest spam. Since I'm already over the... Oh shit. That's not good. Okay. Yeah. Did I finish my sentence? Maybe. Actually can't remember. But yeah, yeah, since I am already way over level, that's what I meant to say. And there is not really any point on doing side quests other than gaining XP, or maybe like unlocking the features of this expansion, which I'll probably do after. Where is... Um, okay. So what was their currents? Okay, so there's quite there is quite a bit to discover. It's quite a lot actually. Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece. I wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Oh, damn. Wow, that's a cool robe. Nice. We may have a small problem. When the winds are high like this, the great dragon invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you, but if you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the winds dies down. Dies down. Sorry, my nose is a bit stuffy, so the expect unexpected D's somewhere in some phrases. Where was... I was it collection? Yes. The west. I'm already going to the west. Northwest. So here. Is it up here? Up here? Oh, okay. Just passed. I just passed level 60. I was wondering why it was such a grand thing. So is it here or it has to be somewhere? Maybe it's up. Oh shit, I didn't attune with this. Might as well do it. So it unlocks faster travel. There we go. Is it somewhere up here? Oh yeah, surely. Southeast. Is it on this pillar? What? Or is it maybe underneath? Northeast? It has to be underneath me somewhere. Because I don't think there's anything above me. But anyways, I'll probably do this off stream sometime. Since it is probably very boring. Just running around and looking for stuff. Yeah, completely overshot where I needed to go. Oh, come on. The one very positive thing in this area is that the music is very, very nice. I do enjoy it quite a lot. This should do nicely. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this is a place as good as any, and mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds and readiness for the coming parley. Very well. I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Curtis. Clear our minds. It is Master Alfino whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting the Great Worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as these ruins were not crawling? What? As if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts following Maitana, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by your return. By the time of your return. I'm pretty sure Alfino can defend himself quite good. I don't think he needs anybody babysitting him. And that was probably wrong, but let's kill you first. Lower Skyport. Oh shit. A giant tree. Shit, still got hit. Okay. The second is the second location is gonna be a giant tree too? I mean, at least we'll have some firewood. Yep. Go up here. Yes. I see, I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alfino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looks like a stew ingredients, ready for the fire. Limlong. Few things compared to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Ah, so speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with a kindling and a flint. Tis well you instructed me as so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices would have been, I would have been compelled to signal to Asaeli with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlayan dignitary, and alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted to the studium. How proud was I to match wits with scholars and philosophers. How ignorant of my own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the science. We, all of us, are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning which they have been taught, which, fuck, never questioning that which they have been taught or to believe. It was only upon meeting the great dragon that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunged the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. And the truth is that has driven me to horrible things I cannot deny. But I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous and perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's conviction in the face of failures, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear, with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have labored. Sitting here, amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now at a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragon Song War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish the Great Worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you give your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince the great dragon of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not that I shall, Dragoon. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now, and face our fate with the rising of the sun. Damn, certain like chain of words are really hard to pronounce sometimes. I really have to pay a particular attention in articulating words correctly. Yeah. Okay. Intelligence, direct hit, critical hit. For spell speed, crit. Okay, let's replace it with this, which is not too shabby. It goes well with the rest, or well enough with the rest. The campfire was cozy. It was so cozy. I must have fallen asleep. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne the great dragon back to the skies above the zenith. I'm sure of it. This is our chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot on that shiny horn. I'll be heading back now. If it's all the same to you, good luck. It was nice knowing you. Okay. It wasn't it's a bit ominous. Yeah. I have to go up. Up. Oh. That was a bit too big of a rock to jump. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't want to cough into the microphone. Ah, there it was. I knew it had to be around here, but it wasn't underneath. Let's go. But it would have been really funny. It was if the sound of the horn would have been like a really shitty. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude? Oh shit. Can you speak English, please? I don't want to have to reread your things. Your dialogue. Oh, he's missing a knight here. Oh, it is voice acted, nice. Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
How can that be?
Racevelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Well, there was. Do not speak of her name, mortal. Yes.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved's spirit hath descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool, the light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva. It is but a shade conjured by thine own fancies. Oh! In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly. What the fuck is that word? Big-willed? Big-willed? Big-willed by the dark ones lie. They attempted to resurrect king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brotherhood. Yeah. Such gods are not summoned, but created, phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith. Sorry.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child. Damn. He just straight up shattered her all of her
As it may, Lord
beliefs.
Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind. The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death. And thou wouldst speak to me of peace. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth. Tell me thou deservest. Tell me thou deservest forgiveness. Let me just fix something because I just saw that my microphone isn't working correctly. There we go, that should be a bit better. Okay. 1200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. Two centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eye of the great worm that are the wellspring of his power. Oh shit, sorry. Misclicked. With the aid of his leal knights, that most noble of Elizons lured my brood sister, Ratatoskar, into an ambush, and took her from that which he craved. Damn it, why do I have fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by her Elysian allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manners of wild beasts. Jesus Christ, calm down. Yet that was not all. for from their bloody banquet, the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now, I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. But though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers were knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. It is a song that my kind shall never forget. Should 10,000 years pass and Ishgard crumble into dust. So he's missing an eye too. So he got.
Your
basically.
tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth of my kind, than the truth to my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth for Thordan's people to suffer for his sin till the end of days. That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment, those who abandon their own side with dragonkind, and side with dragonkind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all traitors' progeny bear a trace of Ratatoskar's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then the seed lies within us.
It is for this reason that those who abandoned their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus they are transformed, to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons, one by one, through death or defection. My brood brother, shall account for all of the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Drovanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
There will always be some, of course, who chooses to fight until the bitter end, like thee, Dragoon. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reachest 210. What? And Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragonslayer. Holy shit. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
I don't think so. There we go. Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. Tis a simple matter of thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy vision, the deeds of history seem distant to thee. For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, that history has yet is yet part of his present, as fresh as blood. As fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratatoska's wound. How could he not have be driven mad? Ugh. It is only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury has not consumed me. But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. That was something. The dragon was a bit was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words was so undeniable. The will behind his words was so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. It is but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truth we have learned served only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg of his course. Money. Let's go back down then.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
Well, I mean, he's kind of not wrong. But what tells him that another dragon wouldn't seek revenge for like fucking thousands of years to come?
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe. But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Damn. This took quite a depressing turn. I wasn't expecting this. Okay. Oh shit. Wrong button. Oh, it's all the way back here. Okay. These T-Rex like dinosaurs make me think of damn, what's the game? What's the name again? Oh, Exoprimal. Yeah, the game from Capcom, which is quite fun actually. I played during two different betas, closed beta, and it was quite enjoyable actually. And I'll probably be playing it when it comes out. I think it's the 14th of July. It comes out. Pretty sure it is. Oh shit. Why did I do this spell? I don't know. I guess I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Oh, third one. It'd be nice if we could choose to not kill Nidhogg, or like, not to assist Estidian in his fight. Oh, come on. Shit. Oh no, that's not even the main quest. Shit. Oh no, wait. No, he did have a... Ah, I need to slay these, okay. That's good, it gives me an ether thingy, current. It makes me go faster. One spell. One more, I believe, yes. Nice. Where was it again? Oh yeah, it was in travel. So do I... Can I... No, I can't fly yet. It has to be these blue quests.
Is that it?
This is gonna be a dungeon.
Aye, that would be the Airy. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard.
Oh shit, sorry. It's the second time that happened.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
Maybe.
Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Give me my pants. My trousers. Yes. Yes. Dealings. Yeah. 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 Okay, pants. A force of sufficient power to break through a criminal's defense might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friends of yours. Very well. On the condition that you swear not to lure Nidog from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. Okay. I suggest we rendezvous back at Saint Renette's Forum. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's Decideli ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. Words are hard. Yes. Let's go back and see if one, two, three. How many did I? 4. Is that the symbol for quests? Maybe. Oh, these quests maybe. Do these quests maybe give the ether currents? Let's go back here first and see what the blue quests give. Oh, take a look at the normal quests too. Okay. There is one here. Yes, it does. Okay. Do I really want to do these? Maybe not. Probably not. Okay, back to Ishgard. When last you saw Master Galon, he was advising the Ishgardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Sky Steel manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is who? Sir Emmerich would seem the obvious choice, but there is no guaranteeing that he will be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah, I have it. Count Edmond's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the Holy Sea's juiciest rumors. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Emanuela is about. Okay. It was here and this one, yes. Oh yeah, the music is nice here too. Let's go talk to the brat. Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, old girl? Well, well, I trust. Hmm. In search of Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship. Sorry, that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It would seem that the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Gallon Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing, yes, I thought as much. Come, Aitana, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Yeah. English. Words. Brain. Although I do feel I'm getting a bit better at reading stuff a bit more fluently. Or fluidly, should I say. Because I feel like I'm pretty fluid in English already. Although there is quite a bit of words that I don't know the meaning of, or the pronunciation of. Aitana, Alphano, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Gallon. I am sure it will come as little surprise when I tell that we have need of a favor. Another wind barrier? And you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship of her size, but not that agile. The Vinants would fly rings around her. And if they took into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do. Some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinians stand vigil at the edge of the churning mists, but we do not know how much longer. All right. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Big Switch. It's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. It is probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory's not far. Industry. Oh, come on. It is indeed not far, but I am very lazy. Is it just here? Just beneath? No, it's just here. Nice. Our little project is just inside. Oh, you're going to like this one.
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
Okay.
After you put down Gaius, Wedge and me struck out on our own for a bit, and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
Impressive little thing, isn't she? My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them. They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
The energy conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
No, I won't forgive the pun. It was terrible.
Tataru, what's happened?
What's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace the Sultana.
Ah, she recovered yet?
It seems you're required elsewhere. Leave the mana cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds. You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Raoban and the Sultana whatever help they need.
And I thought the war with the dragons was imminent. And we had to stay in Ishgard to like defend the city because an attack was imminent. Apparently not. Or not so much. General Roban says they may have uncovered the Sultana's whereabouts. And he wants you, by which I mean you both, to go to the Waking Sands right away and help with the investigation. Come, Aitana. Pressing through Ishgard's plight maybe... What? Pressing though Ishgard's plight maybe, our presence here will not serve to hasten the Mana Cutter's completion. Let us return to the troubled lands of Tanalan and lend what aid we may. Tataru, have our friends at the congregation send a message to Estinian. Tell him that we have identified a solution to our problems, but it will take some time to prepare. As you wish, Master Lafreniere. To the Waking Sun, Warrior of Light, it is past time Olda was delivered from this darkness. Okay, back to other plot. To be fair, I kind of dislike this jumping around of plot. It's a bit useless to have both stories separated in the same extension, and not just straight back to back. We could have just like freed, like fixed the matter with Alda and Roban and everything else first, and then, well, yeah, it was, no, they could have put the dragon's attack afterwards. But yeah, this is although I like the stories, both the stories are quite cool. I really dislike the fact that they are so separated, or like sorry, mixed into each other. So one time you're doing this, the other time you're doing that, and it keeps jumping around back and forth. Punished Roban.
Thank you for coming.
No thanks are necessary, General. I trust your recuperation continues apace.
I cannot complain. Thanks to Higiri and her ministrations, I've regained much of the strength I lost during my imprisonment.
I gather you have made progress in the search for Her Grace.
Aye, some good fortune at last. A few days past, Dulala informed us that a sizable shipment of alchemical supplies had been delivered to the palace.
With Papa Shan's assistance, I set out to ascertain the source and nature of the shipment. My inquiries led me to Frondale's frontistery. There, I learned that an order had been placed for a curious substance designed to sustain patients trapped in death-like slumber. An invention of the former head alchemist, apparently.
A death-like slumber? This cannot be a coincidence.
It lends some weight to Dulala's claims, aye. Her Grace is likely somewhere within the palace, abed but alive.
Before making any attempt to extricate the Sultana, however, it seemed prudent to learn what manner of substance was used to induce her torpor. To that end, I made inquiries as to the whereabouts of the one most like to have administered it. The lady-in-waiting, Meriel. We sent for you as soon as we learned of her location. All that remains is to apprehend the woman.
We shall find our cat's paw in the Silver Bazaar. But we must tread carefully. The market is not the bustling place it once was, and someone is sure to mark our coming. Should they inform the monetarists, we'll have a fight on our hands. We must be prepared for the worst, and being short an arm, I thought it wise to take another in its stead. What say you, Warrior of Light? Will you lend me yours?
No.
Then I pity the bastard that stands in our way. Come, my friends, for Nanamo and for Ulda!
Da-na-na-na. Our target is Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting, a woman of Midlander heritage. I am told that the two of you have met. Our source indicate that she left the palace shortly after the incident, and quietly rejoined the dwindling population of the Silver Bazaar. I suggest we begin by questioning the market's residents and confirm that Meriel is still in hiding there. Okay. Back to Ulda. Or not. Sbam. Yay. Search for Mariel. Oh, I'm gonna need to plug in my headset. It's running low on battery. Is she in the well?
You are Meriel, the Sultana's former lady-in-waiting?
I know no one of that name. Pray excuse me.
No.
General Alden.
Well, I mean, she technically saved her life. Because the other monetarist
We will
guy,
have the truth from you, girl.
the other monetarist guy was planning on killing the Sultana, so. There we go.
Mayhap it would be better coming from me.
Ah, yes.
Lonorito, you'd best talk fast.
As you know, Teleji Adeleji's Cartano reclamation bill was no more than a facade. A means to get his grubby little hands on that Allagan monstrosity Omega. When he learned of Nanamo's intention to abdicate, however, he was forced to amend his plans. Suddenly, assassination seemed the most promising way to further his ambitions. I am told Teleji had discovered a maid in whose veins ran the blood of House Thorn. A new, more pliable puppet to sit the throne. 'Twould have caused an uproar, of course, but few could have contested her claim. 'Twas plain that Teleji's wild machinations had outgrown our ability to control them. So I decided to usurp his scheme and left the fool to seal his own demise.
And what of Nanamo?
Oh, I have no desire to harm her grace. 'Twould profit me little to destabilize our government. Thus did I employ young Mariel here to administer a potent sleeping potion in place of a poison. You should know, General, that your dear friend Ilberd was fully aware of my plan. I had him lie about the assassination as a means to prime your rage against Teleji. We weren't entirely sure how you would react, but things went rather better than expected.
You conniving little worm! You had your claws in the Crystal Braves before their first recruit had sworn to serve!
But of course, when a new game begins, 'tis only prudent to have a piece on the board. Truth be told, a significant proportion of the Braves' initial endowment was also mine. With such large sums moving about, 'twas a rather trifling matter to disguise my own contribution. Ah, Ilberd. I secured his services with a promise to support his cause once my authority had been solidified. I swear, the man thinks of naught but prizing Alamigo from the grasp of the Empire. Unlike you, General, the poor fellow seems quite unable to forsake the land of his forefathers. Mayhap that's why he called you a traitor to your people and a disgrace to your homeland, amongst other things. What was it he always compared you to? Oh, yes, an overgrown lapdog begging for scraps at the Sultana's table. Oh, how we laughed. Alas, Ilberd's entertaining little outbursts eventually gave way to wearisome tirades, and the zealous brute became rather unruly. I had no wish to see you executed, you understand, but he would not take no for an answer. Rest assured, his employment with me has long since ended. Which brings us neatly to the present. What say you, General? Both you and the Sultana are alive. We have one corpse and one fugitive, and preparations have been made to restore your good name. Shall we cry quits and start again with a blank ledger?
The hells we will! Do you honestly expect me to forgive and forget? After all you've done? You're guilty of high treason!
Stay your blade, Master Alden. You yourself are not innocent. Or have you forgotten your own crime in executing Teleggi Adeleggi without trial?
I mean, it's not like he was deserving it. Anyways.
Though you acted out of loyalty to the Sultana, such deeds are in violation of both the word and spirit of the law.
Fair enough. But even so.
If you would, Lord Lolorito?
This potion will wake the Sultana from her slumber. Consider it a gesture of conciliation. You will find her grace resting comfortably within her private chambers. Should you doubt my word, I shall willingly accompany you to the palace as your hostage.
Damn, his hands are very low res.
I like not your motives, Lolorito. But you saved the Sultana's life, and for that, you have my gratitude.
Oh.
Rauban Aldin, you are hereby reinstated as General of the Immortal Flames. The citizens of Ul'dah shall once more be united under Nanamo Ul'Namo, and together we shall usher in a new age of prosperity.
That is a bold claim. Okay. By the 12, I feared I feared Lord Lororito's arrival would herald another bloodbath. Little did I suspect that he of all people would gift us the means to return to rouse the Sultana. Shall we also make our way to Alda? I should imagine Bartholomew has been instructed to admit us. Nope. Zbam. Boop. Boop. Zbam. Back onto the red carpet. Flame General Roban mentioned you might be coming. Please, this way, if you will. Yes. Just drown her. Would have been funny if that was the actual poison. And Robert just like killed her from his own hands. Oh, that would have been mucho drama.
I was having the longest dream.
"'Tis time to wake up, Your Grace. Another day begins in Thanalan, and the sun blazes bright upon the sands.
Oh.
Her Grace is awoken. The palace physician assures me she is none the worse for her slumber. I believe Her Grace will soon resume her plans to place the government of Uldar into the hands of its citizens. Whatever path she chooses to take, I shall walk it with her. And we shall tread slowly, lest the nation be unsettled in our wake.
Her Grace's compassion is a shining beacon to us all. But What our city truly thrives upon is competition. 'Tis in the struggle against our rivals that opportunities are seized and fortunes made. And with the Empire on the offensive once more, now would hardly seem the time to turn our system of government upon its head.
Are you privy to new intelligence, my lord?
I would hardly call it new. Remind me, what was the name of that enormous Imperial warship which met its end in Mordona? Oh, wait, I have it. The Agrias, yes, well. 'Twould appear that the Garleans have been hard at work on another such vessel.
How close are they to completing this ship? Is it operational?
Its maiden flight was a success, I hear. I should imagine Emperor Varys is eager to see how it performs in battle. My lords and ladies, I move that it is time to repair the damage caused by Telegi Adelegi and prepare our great nation to repel the Empire once more.
"'Tis well that the Sultana has awoken. The Syndicate yet needs to put its house in order, but 'twould seem the worst of the confusion has passed.
Back to Isgard,
Uldar has taken control of its future, and I must do the same."
What, taking control of Ulda's future?
I have decided to disband the Crystal Braves. Among the recruits, there were those who supported our Order's goals and convictions with all sincerity. 'Tis my hope that these loyal men and women will choose to remain our allies in the battles to come. As for those who sided with the traitor, Ilberd, they shall be hunted down and held to account for their crimes. It is my earnest hope that they will surrender themselves peaceably when the time comes, though I think it unlikely. Ah, my all-conquering Crystal Braves. The model army meant to pave the way for a single unified Grand Company of Eorzea. That so high an ideal should be brought so low. I need not tell you how deeply the betrayal stung me. Yet I see now that it was mine own naivety and pride which allowed the Braves to fall prey to corruption. As ever, it is to your own shining example that I turn for inspiration. Like you, I mean to stand firm in the face of hardship and give mine all for the cause. Let us resume the search for our missing comrades, that we might come together to shine the light of dawn across the realm once more.
Okay.
The role of Crystal Brave Commander suited me ill, and I shall play it no longer. Henceforth, I shall be no more or less than Alphino, proud member of the Scions.
As much as Alphino is a good character, I do not like him. I blush to speak thus of mine. I blush to speak thus of mine inner turmoil. But the fact remains: there is no woman alive in whom I would rather confide. In whom I would rather confide. Were it not for your shining example, I might never have emerged from beneath the pale of my despair. Still no one from Master Gallon. Oops, sorry. I hope this mana cutter of theirs is nearing completion. I am assured that her grace will make a full recovery. Aye, and Ulda too. Shall flourish once more. General Roban and his colleagues have matters well in hand, I believe. Lady Yugiri, a question, if I may. I believe your people have been keeping a close watch on the Crystal Braves. Might you know how things stand at the Rising Stones? Ah, yes, of course. You will be pleased to know that the third unit Braves abandoned Revenant's toll when they learned of Captain Ilbert's defeat. The only blue uniforms to be seen there are now those worn by soldiers loyal to you, Master Alfredo. Fuck. To me? I see. I am grateful to hear that at least some of our members were true to their oaths. Ere we return to Ishgard, I must go to the Rising Stone and thank these stalwarts for their service. It shall be my final act as Crystal Brave Commander. Will you join me, Aitana? You were there at the company's inception. It is only fitting that you be present at its end, and I would appreciate the support. Okay. I guess we have no choice. Let me go and close the window. Okay. Where is it again? Here. Commander, you're alive. And Aitana too. I knew we'd scrape through. My splendid Crystal Braves. I have wronged you. All of you. My promises of glory and salvation have brought you to naught, but blood and betrayal. But you'll... Holy shit. But you'll not hear us complaining. It was a sight messier than expected, aye. But we was still fighting. We was still fighting for freedom of all, just like we swore. Ain't that right, mates? Aye. Yarr. You humble me. I am truly blessed to have such steadfast comrades, and it is with the most profound regrets that I must... That's enough of that, Commander. We know that you've... we know that... We know what we've a mind to say, and we ain't having none of it. Okay. We've talked over it and see... Fuck. I can't read. We've talked over it and see that we all agreed. Ye can take your uniforms and strip us from our ranks, but we've been no less of a company. But the Crystal Braves. Well, the Crystal Braves may be finished, but the ideals upon which the company was founded live on. If they bind us together, they bind us to each other and to you. Commander, Alphino, our minds are made up, so ye may as well get used to it. Let us help the science. Let us help you find Minfilia and others. God damn it, you little rascals. Brr. My friends, after all that happened, I know not what to say. Oh, he's gonna cry. Boo 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 doo. Boo boo doo. Ah, sniffs. Sniffs. Pardon, excuse me. I had thought my tears spent. My grandfather used to say that one could measure a man by the consistency of his comrades. Mayhap I am the exception which proves the rules. Nay, do not protest. Do not protest. I know that I am not worthy of their loyalty, Aetna. But as Thaliak is my witness, I shall do everything in my powers to earn it. So he stays the commander. Well, wow. I must speak of future plans with... with the remaining Braves. Any information we uncovered on the missing science will be needed... will need to be shared with our allies across the realm. Specifically Urion J in the Waking Sands and Tataru in Ishgard. While we are organizing our various channels of communication, I would ask that you call upon Master Garlon at the manufactory. I will join you in Ishgard as soon as I'm able. Okay then, back to Ishgard. Let's go, and I will be right back because I need to go and pee. Because if not, I'll pee myself. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, that feels way better. Let's go to the manufactory to see this ship. The Mana Cutter. Sky motorcycle. Okay. No. What? Oh. Aitana, how in the seven hells do you do it? I was just about to send for you. We have but this moment completed the Mana Cutter's first successful test flight. A few minor adjustments and she'll be ready to go. While we see to the finishing touches, you might want to pay a visit to Forton Manor. A dragoon by the name of Estinian was looking for you. Oh god. Does he want again? There we go. Zbam. I wish I knew how to get these things. Okay, that's a cool emote. Have you fulfilled your obligation to the Old Uns yet? Then, sorry. Mistress Tataru has been keeping me apprised of the situation. Once I learned that these Mana Cutters of Master Garland's were nearing completion, I saw no reason to tarry in the mists. For the present, Nidog seemed content to remain in the Eyrie, plotting his revenge. Might not this be an apt moment to might not this be an apt moment to unfold our plans to Sir Emmerich? I think we have kept him in the dark for long enough. Okay. Let's go speak with Emmerich then. Green. Okay, it's just there, sort of. Oh, no. Yes. It is downstairs. It's green.
All stands ready, Lord Commander.
The moment has come then.
Pray excuse my lateness. I paid a brief visit to the workshop to inquire about the Mana Cutters. The engineers assure me that they're ready.
The area is now but a short flight away. Yet what a long and winding path we took to reach this point. Were it not for Master Alphino's proposal, we never would have attempted to parley with the dragons. Though our negotiations yielded little, our expedition with Lady Isar taught us much.
You took an unimaginable risk. I could scarce believe the tale Estinian told.
Aye. 'Tis true that many of our countrymen would sooner die than join hands with the heretic's mistress. But 'twas through that most unlikely of alliances that we came to speak with Hraesvelgr.
A conversation that went rather poorly, as I recall.
In this instance, The journey was more important than the destination. Had we not slain Nidhogg's consort, Tiaman, and put the Great Worm on his guard, the Dravanians would have arrived at Ishgard's walls long ago.
Aye, that they would. Full grateful am I for every hour of respite your actions have afforded us. Thanks to you, our defenses are much improved. 'Tis but a pity they won't be enough.
Thus you believe an assault upon the area represents the city's best chance of survival. Is that not so, Estinian?
I am under no illusions. Nidhogg's might is legendary. But with his eye in my possession, I can stifle his strength at the source. Victory will be hard won, even so. And I shall be glad indeed to have the Warrior of Light at my side.
You shall have my blade as well. There are more of these mana cutters to be had, yes?
Lord Commander, no!
How can I, a proud knight of Ishgard, stand by and do naught while an outsider risks life and limb for our homeland? I swore an oath to protect this city.
Oh no. Her boyfriend is putting his life on the line.
Pray leave the slaying of dragons to dragoons, Sir Knight. Your duty to command the city's defense is no less vital. Should we fail, and Nidhogg slip through our grasp, who then will hold the walls against him? Will you leave Ishgard in the hands of the Holy Sea's zealots?
There are others.
Who but you has the authority and the standing to orchestrate a city-wide defense? I do not, and neither does the Warrior of Light. That is why it is our place to fight, and yours to remain here, Lord Commander. What? You too, Master Alphino? By the Fury! You have shown some promise, but this adversary is far beyond your skills.
Shut the fuck up, Estinian.
Your candor is appreciated, Sir Dragoon. I shall remain then and cheer you from afar.
Boring.
Well, my friend, it would seem I have discouraged the last of the volunteers, and claimed the task as ours alone. But if any alive can best this worm, 'tis surely we too.
It's really a shame that we cannot choose between going with Estinian and not going with Estinian. Really a shame. It would have been mucho drama again. I have pricked Master Alphino's pride, I fear. But had I been less forceful, the boy would have insisted upon on accompanying us to the Eyrie. I do not think me blind to his talent. With a few more campaigns under his belt, I have no doubt that Alphino will make a fine field commander. But one does not practice on an adversary such as Nidhogg. We shall be hard-pressed enough without the added worry of carrying a novice. We have tarried long enough. Let us call upon Master Gallon and take possession of the mana cutters. Fashion leader. Nice title. Nope. Not this time. Aitana, old friend. The cutters are ready when you are. The finer adjustments cost us a few sleepless nights, but we got there in the end. Which means you can get where you need to go. I tell you, these little beauties will tear through that wind barrier with a thermit. Was a Kermit? Like the frog? Thermit drill? Yes. Like a drill through cottage cheese. And that, my friends, is a Garland Ironworks guarantee. You have our thanks. Come wherever light. The dread worm awaits. Let's go. Nice. And yes, we're gonna queue the Airy. Enjoy. Hopefully it won't take very long. In the meantime, what we're gonna do is go and do the quests for the ether thingies, like this one. Except, yeah. Let's see if these guys inside give several quests. And yeah, let's start going. Ah. Oh, that was quick. Uh-oh. Wicked mortals, I shall melt your flesh and turn your bones to ash. Dragon! Dragon these nuts! Oh, let's go. Nope, shit, too far away. Oh, the class with the job with the card is astrologian, if I'm not mistaken. He's pulling quite a bit of people. Okay, first boss. Yes. He's moving. Nice. Okay, so far so good. Second boss. Okay, I was clearly not in the correct position. Whoops. Oh, shit. No spell. Should have done this. Fuck. That was a terrible fight on my part. Shit falling from the sky everywhere. Okay. I'm unsure of what to do. Oh shit. He's nearly dead. It's nice I've managed to make the most of my of the 2 leylands I got to do. Me again? What? And there we go. Okay. Damn, too bad none of this is for me. cinematic. Meow. Thou wouldst use my own eye against me. Time hath done naught to dilute thy kind's depravity. I have not forgotten thee, dragoon. Mine essence claimed thee once, and shall do so again.
No worm! This ends here!
Oh, damn. The voice actor giving all of this one. Oh, he took out his other eye. Oh, it just poofed out of existence. What the fuck?
You gifted my people 1,000 years of suffering. Now I gift you an eternity in darkness.
Oh. There's another crystal. Damn this. The sound at the start, the sounds like, reminds me very much of the PS2 booting sound. PS2. PlayStation. Oh no, another flashback. Is it the future?
They are ours, Lord Eldrath.
No.
The eyes of Nidhogg.
No? Is it the future? That is Estinian.
Aye. The worm lies broken and my father is avenged. With the wellspring of his vitality thus denied him, Nidhogg shall not linger long in this world. But behold the terrible price we have paid. My sire is dead. So many brother knights slain.
We traded our honor for the strength which now courses in our veins. And still we are forced to make such sacrifice.
Not in vain, my lord. Hraesvelgr is the only great worm left in Dravania, and he dares not leave his lair. With Nidhogg's eyes in your possession, who now can challenge the might of Ishgard, ascend the throne, and take your rightful place as the ruler of our people?
Nay, my friend. I must forsake the mantle of king. Though Nidhogg be defeated, his wormling horde yet darkens the skies with wings beyond counting. As one who partook of Ratatoska's strength, it shall be my penance to bear a knight's arms until death grants me leave to retire. When that day comes, no prince shall perish, but a hell's-bound hunter of dragons.
But Lord Haldreth, what then shall become of the royal line?
Think of your people, my lord. Without a king, who will the common man turn to in his hour of need? How will he find his way without your benevolent hand to guide him?
I thank you, Sir Flavian and Sir Silvertrill, for dispelling my remaining doubts. With men of such wisdom and compassion in service to the realm, 'tis plain that Ishgard has no need of a king. But if you must bow to the demands of tradition, you need look no further than yourselves for one worthy to wear the crown. Fare thee well, my brother knights, my loyal friends. On these shoulders shall I bear the weight of my father's sins. With this lance shall I repay the debt accrued through our misdeeds.
I am unsure of understanding.
What cruel jest has fate played upon us? Have we seized this desperate victory only to lose a king?
We can but act as our lord has bid. We few who remain must divide between us the rulership of Ishgard and her people.
Not I. My oath was to Lord Haldreth, and he alone. If he is not to be king, then I would hang up my shield as well.
Will you abandon us too, sir?
I would wash my hands of blood and betrayal, and take up an honest trade. Mayhap I shall serve ale instead of sharpened steel.
Is that the inn guy? Like in the ghetto of Ishgard, where Tataru was assaulted, for lack of a better word.
Forton, Hylanat, Dyrendare, and Zemail. But 4 houses to rule all of Ishgard.
And what of the throne?
We keep it empty. Until the day a king rises once more, we must assume the role of stewards. We shall shape our nation anew with a history of our own making, and let the truth of this dark day die here, upon the battlefield.
So if this is a flashback, If this is a flashback, how come... No. Well, this can't be a flashback because there is like a king in Ishgard. The Holy See thing is a thing. Is it like an alternate reality or something like this? Or what could have been?
What ails you, friend? Are you wounded? You have borne witness to history. To the culmination of the first battle with Nidhogg.
Well... But then why did he have both eyes then? If Nidhogg still had one, unless Nidhogg managed to take back one of his eyes afterwards.
The legend of Ishgard's founding tells that our ancestors were led to the land of Kurthus by the valiant King Thordan. In the midst of their journey, they came to a wide chasm, where they were set upon by a great worm, Nidhogg. A furious battle then ensued, with Thordan leading the van. Though the brave king was slain defending his people, his son, Haldrath, the first Azure Dragoon, fought on undaunted. And with a mighty thrust of his lance, he gouged out Nidhogg's eye, forcing the wicked creature into retreat. Thus, did this eldritch orb become a sacred treasure of Ishgard, lending its power to every knight deemed worthy to bear the title of Azure Dragoon.
Yeah, but why did he have both of the eyes, then?
A rousing tale, is it not? Would that I could still believe it. But your vision, which we must accept as immutable truth, leaves no room for doubt, save on one point. If Haldrath took both of Nidhogg's eyes, then how came this eye to be lodged in the worm's skull?
Oh, I think I understand. It's one of Higgsvalder eyes. That's why he was missing one. Okay.
Beneath every answer we unearth, another question lies buried.
I'm pretty sure it is. Because in the cinematic where he was with Shiva, he had... I'm pretty sure he had both eyes, and when we talked to him, he only had one. So he saved...
It was a fierce battle, but one I knew we would win. Your fame is well deserved, warrior of light. Full proud am I to have fought at your side.
So he basically... yeah. Higgsvalder basically saved Nidhogg. Or somebody else. But I'm pretty sure it is one of Higgsvalder's eyes. That would make sense, and that would justify why he was missing an eye.
I would fain return with all swiftness to Ishgard to inform the Lord Commander of our triumph.
Yes.
But we must first have words with Hraesvelgr. There are parts of this tale that the worm has kept from us, and I would know wherefore.
Oh, so another meeting with the Great Worm. With Nidhogg fallen, none save Hregsvalder remains to answer our question. But let us trouble the worm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers at the zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. The maw of the dragon. Oh. Nice. Never say no to a free mount. Especially when there are a bitch to loot in dungeons and stuff. It is also cool that the game just gives you, straight up gives you different mounts just by doing quests. That is very good. A very good point. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious scream of the dragons carried far. Sorry. The furious screams of the dragon carried afar. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hregsvalder to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, East Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery, that can no longer be lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragon Song War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. It is time you learn the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Send the horn. It could be the E1M1 toot. Again. Impertinent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did sense the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Yes, I was right. It would seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg did I yield one half of my strength. Well, do you want it back? I am very unsure of that decision, but Well. Jesus Christ, flashbang. Flashback again. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratatosker's eyes, and glut their appetite upon her essence. She is slain, then? What madness has unnamed... What madness has unnamed... 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 Unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elysian. But thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Ratatosker her life, and mine eyes, and be mine eyes. O my beloved Shiva, how swiftly thy kin made bestial by their appetites. Hreisvalger, 'twas my blindness that did invite disaster. 'Twas thy blindness that invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thee an eye to me, and let that be thy penance. Nidhogg. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child of their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. Okay. My vengeance has begun. Is begun, sorry. Squee! Squee! Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of the flashback. Thou hast borne witness to a scene of my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
When my brood brother did appear before me, bloody and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half of my vigor, that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
Well, I think it's still the fault of the Elezen, who literally started the fight by killing Ratatoskr and then depriving Nidhogg of both of his eyes. To be fair, I don't think what Exvalder did was wrong. Though he did fuel a conflict. That is true. But basically the murder of Ratatoskr betrayed everybody. So in my opinion, war would have been inevitable had he given his eye to Nidhogg, or not. But anyways, the peace of my beloved so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Yeah, that's it. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will move me to remorse? No, yeah, I am on the side of the dragon on that one. Go, mortals. Take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence ere spilleth naught but misery. Or spelleth. Sorry. Were it not for Shiva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide... What? Betide? Betide? Woe betide you... you should the bond we share even ever we can. Okay. So he does in fact realize that they are connected. Her being the avatar of Shiva. But yeah. Again. Damn. Another body thing. Yeah, this one gives me... Ah. Yeah, but like, fuck. Of level 56. Yeah. Though he lifted not a single claw, it would seem that Rexvalder wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us. Okay.
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
Often the case, yeah.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other?
The plot thickens.
Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom?
What?
At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light.
Oh, shit. But yeah,
Wait,
I was gonna
I
say
would join
greed.
you.
But
There
okay.
has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come on then. It is in
Come
fact...
then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
It is in fact quite an urgent matter. So, let's go. As when Mario said.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault, and the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Your will be done.
I'm sure he has the second eye of Nidhogg. The old man looks suspicious. And he already has consorted with the
moment is
Asians.
at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the bringer of light to die.
Or not.
Comrades, sheathe your swords! There is no need for further bloodshed!
My lady!
She is come!
Okay, well, don't be so excited about it.
Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more!
What?
Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the great worm low!
Jesus Christ, can you scream louder, please? I did not hear.
The endless cycle of
you.
violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends. He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
Well, not really.
No, my friend! Far from it! At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it!
Peace?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Porschephone. That was that was rather too close for comfort. But it would seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. Yes. That, my friend, was rather too close for comfort. Okay, you already said that. Praise Alone, that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess. I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Aitana? I beg your pardon? You traveled to the Churning Mists together, along with Estinian. Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Now, let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emmerich to Forton Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Aitla. I shall await you there. And I am not even. This teleporter not far away. Good, good. Yes. Look at this distinguished gentleman. Look at the way he's sitting. Yes. Spin. Yes.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
Oh, yes.
My safety was never in doubt, Father, for I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known.
Damn, that is a ballsy move.
You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united.
If he's gonna do it, that's quite a ballsy move.
But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead and the Lowborn men to follow.
Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emeric prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Oh, shut up, you.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emeric is the Archbishop's bastard son.
Damn.
Senior
That was
clergy
unexpected.
are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emeric is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emeric's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emeric more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Okay. There wasn't anything for me now. No. Okay, so I think we're gonna end it here for today. It's been quite a while, almost 4 hours. So yeah, we'll do the the next part. We'll continue the story tomorrow. That's what I meant to say, sorry. So yeah, this will be, of course, up on YouTube straight after, within a couple of hours. But yeah, thanks if anyone is still watching or was watching, and I will see you tomorrow.